The worst year for a lot of us for our mental as well as physical health. So joining us this morning is best-selling author, coach, and fitness expert, Lisa Goldenthal.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa G, your host. You're at the top of your game, yet the game is changing faster than ever. Strategies that got you here aren't the ones that'll keep you here. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of obsolescence looms large. That's why I'm here. Welcome to the new podcast series, Disruptive: How to Be Gritty and Unlock Performance. This is your chance where I sit down with today's tops in business, mindset, wellness, and success to help you master disruption and thrive.
Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon.
Hey champions, buckle up for a high impact leader raised in Philadelphia, college educated in Connecticut, and kicked off her career in communications at WVIT-TV, Fox Channel 11. She ventured into New York City, navigating media buying for giants like Kraft and Warner Brothers before mastering advertising sales across 18 stations, including Hawaii. After witnessing firsthand the turmoil of 9/11, she returned to Pittsburgh with her family while raising two kids. She launched 3 home-based businesses, from bespoke bracelets to organic skincare, and eventually dominating residential real estate for nearly 12 years at Sotheby's. At the brink of 50 amidst 2020 pandemic, she pivoted dramatically. Now, as a no-nonsense life coach, she empowers adults to reassemble their lives through her Life Coaching for Grown-Ups program. She thrives on referrals and repeat clients. Welcome to the podcast, Erica Clark.
Hi, Lisa. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here today.
I am so excited to meet you. You're a true inspiration, showing us all how we can see about opportunities and make decisions, transformative decisions. So with a game changer like walking away from a high-flying career in sales and real estate to embrace life coaching, tell us about that light bulb moment when you knew you had to make the switch.
Well, I woke up one morning, 3 months to 50, and I actually looked at myself in the mirror, like for real looked at myself in the mirror. And I had a girlfriend who told me, actually, I'll refer to everyone as an F&F, which is friends and family, just kind of encompasses everyone. I had an F&F say to me, her doctor said, you know how this goes, through her doctor and neighbor. And when you get close to 50, you can go up and you can go down. Maybe for women, I don't know what she meant. So it's easier to go up now than it is to go down and then try to go back up. So I had this 50 number in my brain. So about 3 months to 50, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, that's it. That is it. Something has to change. I mean, my face is unrecognizable to most people today. It's on my website if you ever want to see it. It's been a transformative couple years for me. But that's what started it, was the visual image of myself.
Well, thanks for sharing that with me, because I think your story is so inspirational. Everybody wants to make a change. And at the same time, sometimes we have the negative self-talk that slows us down. I know you've tackled this head on with a unique story. So why don't you break it down for us, Erica? How can we kick that critic to the curb?
Well, we have this critic, and we're not born with it, because no toddler says, do I look fat in this diaper? Okay. So we don't have that self-talk as little kids. So somewhere along the line, we're taught this terrible habit. So the good thing about it's easy to reverse. Okay. So I wrote down in my little card system. I'm bringing the note card back, Lisa.
Awesome.
So I have a container of 100 negative self-talk cards, and all of them, of course, are ridiculous. So I'm just going to give you a couple here. Ready?
Yeah,
It's too late for me.
I hate that one.
Okay, here's another one. This one goes with it. I'm going to put it here. I mean, can my life get any worse? Okay.
Yeah, negative. Got it.
Okay, so you know what happens on both of these?
What do you
If your
flip
life
it?
gets worse, you're dead.
Okay.
And if it's too late for you, you're also dead. Okay, so ridiculous. The things that we tell ourselves, it doesn't even make any sense.
Right. So how can we
So,
flip it?
well, you have to switch the narrative. So let me just use this as an example. It's too late for me. Okay.
Right.
It's not too late for me.
Ah,
Okay. Can my life get any worse? Your life can absolutely get worse. I mean, we're talking here, so it can't be that bad.
right. It could be a lot worse.
Right. So it's very simple. And I think what people don't understand is the simplicity of being able to do this. Because when you look at it as a whole, whether it's negative self-talk, which of course gives you horrible self-esteem, lowers your confidence. I mean, it's a really bad ball to be on.
Right.
So what happened to me by default was I did one thing and the ball started rolling. I thought, holy cow, wow, look at this, look at this, look at this. I have a list. I should make it more available, put it all my thoughts together of the things, that I went through to get to this point. But you have to start with something.
Yeah. I love that. So if you're finding yourself, first step is you have to catch yourself saying it's too late for me, everybody else is younger, I might as well just give up. And then I have to catch myself and then spin it around with the edit of it's not too late for me. My experience that I bring to the table makes me better than those young people, or what was it Kennedy said, don't let my youth and inexperience fool you, or something like that.
Well, and again, the good thing is that not only is this easy to do, it's my favorite word, which is free.
Ah,
Doesn't take
excellent.
anything to do this. Okay. You just have to talk to yourself in a different way. So again, we've been talking to ourselves all the time. We're always talking to ourselves. I don't know how many words. I'll figure it out when I have more time. How many words? I believe that we make 35 decisions a day. As it is.
Yeah.
So we have the negative self-talk is easy. We don't know any better, so we have to know better. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to know you're doing it.
Uh-huh.
Like when I was a negative self-talker, I didn't even know I was doing it.
It does affect your confidence, though. I love that you caught it, because when you spot it, you got it, and then you can catch it and spin it around. But if you're just spiraling down into this thing and people can see it in your face, they can see it in your
Oof,
body.
yeah. It's really amazing what happens inside that can come out on the outside. It's really, because you can say, oh, I'm great. Oh, I feel great. Look at my picture. Oh, I feel great. Things are great. That picture, there's no possible way things were great. I mean, look at my face.
Yeah,
It's
your
terrible.
face it's like, I know people that walk around like, oh, how are you? I'm fine, but they look like anything
Oh,
but fine and toxic. And it's just, you got to do the work. To be confident, to show up, is to not beat yourself up. Like, you wouldn't talk to your own best friend that way, would you?
of course you wouldn't. And that brings me to a great topic. Your best friend should be you.
Right. I love it.
So,
Explain.
but that's retraining. I mean, we have to retrain ourselves. to do that. And maybe it's a time of life. It's time to make some changes. My husband and I are getting ready to be empty nesters. So, here's going to be, another change. So you have to move, you have to move with it as it goes, but you have to be aware of what's going on, especially for yourself, because nobody's going to do it for you.
Well, how can you be your own best friend in your words?
Well, that's a good question. You have to listen to your body. When my knees really hurt, okay, it's time to sit down.
Right.
So I'm known like everybody else to push through. We also, food is a fabulous topic. I love food, to talk about food, because food's
Right.
fascinating to me. But just I don't remember what happened, where I went on with food. You might be a
Well, we're
little
talking
editing to
about
do.
how to be your own best friend with food
Right.
in particular.
Ready? Here's a perfect example. We are taught to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I was, if I'm not hungry for breakfast, I'm force feeding myself breakfast because
Right.
that's what I'm taught to do. So if I follow my body, you know what? I'm not really hungry until around lunchtime. So you have to start with acknowledging you want to make some changes. And the problem where people get stumped is they want to do too much at one time.
Right.
And it's just not capable. Like, we are animals in our brains. We still have hunt and gather. We still, fear and flight. We still have those instincts. So you chuckled.
No, I think it's true. We do have to retrain ourselves to be our own best friend, because even too, when you're younger, then you want to call someone up, like, how do I look in this? What should I wear? And what should I do? And the older we get, the more we have to just advise ourselves too.
Well, and the older you get, the less people you have to call,
Right.
because life just happens, and it's just an interesting thing getting older. I just turned 53, and I just love it. Love getting older. So for all of you approaching 50 and you're in a panic, because I started the preparation at 47. I didn't do much but tell people I was turning 50 in 3 years, but I was aware of it. It was my favorite birthday.
Wow. I
And
love that.
every year gets better.
Wow. I love your attitude about aging and how old you are and embracing
Facts.
everything. Let's get real about the green, Erica. You have blazed a trail launching a life coaching empire without a safety net. Do you have a playbook that you could recommend to other people that want to maybe leave their corporate world, start their own job?
Here's what I'll tell you. It's never going to be a good time.
Right,
Okay. That's one. Let's see. You're never going to have enough money to do it.
right.
Probably, you're probably not. But here's what I recommend. It's never working if it's really a passion. And I know that sounds crazy. It's so cliche. You hear it all the time. But if you're doing what you love and you have a great message that's helpful to other human beings, then it's awesome. And then you will attract your people. It's the universe is a great system, and it works well.
I love your attitude. It's really
Thank you.
so inspiring as an entrepreneur myself over 50. I just think you have the best attitude. I actually started this podcast in 2020 to help people be unstoppable, and you seem very unstoppable. Do you have advice for our audience around that topic?
You just have to keep going. I've heard a ton of no's. People have had no's. So again, just not your people. And if read the Move My Cheese book. That's just not your route. Just take another route. There's a ton of opportunity around here. You just got to go find it. That's my word for this year. And then we're approaching May. But opportunity. You have to look at change as opportunity.
I love that anti-fragile approach. That's how I am because I had to move. I had to live in a whole new place. I had to, live somewhere for the first time, getting married. I had to go through the pandemic before that even happened. And I find that I'd love to run into the hard things like speaking. And then I was really afraid of public speaking. So I decided to do it anyway and just put in the reps. I'm just putting in the reps so that I can help other people and I make it less about me and more about the message that I want to share of hope and inspiration. I know you got a lot of tricks up your magic tricks of notes and everything all over. Do you have any final words of advice on how they can be unstoppable, unbreakable, unshakable? Any other tips you want to leave us with?
Well, this is silly, but it is going to be a topic coming up that I have about getting dressed
I love it.
because I'm getting tired of seeing grown-ups. Now, I say grown-ups 25 plus because that's when science tells us we're developmentally ready adults. So I'm tired of seeing grown-ups in sweatpants in public.
Yeah.
So, if you actually put on some real clothes, I take it a little further because I like the dopamine dress. It is amazing how much better you're going to feel, even if you don't feel bad, if you put on real clothes.
I love that. It's sort of like that girl wash your face stuff. Like,
It's so easy. You're not spending any money. You have the clothes. The jeans might be a little snug, but that's also a sign that, hey, ooh, maybe I to pay attention about what I'm putting in my mouth.
I love that simplicity of your tips. It's not like rocket science. Like, put on some clothes, speak to yourself in a better way, like you love yourself, because you have to love yourself first, in my opinion. I'm sure you agree.
I completely agree. And most of us don't.
And
So
just
if I
do it.
can help anybody to get them to the point where they feel worthy enough to do it, to take a step, that is my goal. And it's not gonna cost you any money. I mean, this is free. This is free stuff because it's never about money, and people don't understand that.
Well, just do it. There's never a good time. Put some clothes on, take the bold step, find something you're passionate about. And if you did want to help somebody else, do the bold stuff. Where can people find more Erica Clark?
Well, you can find me at ericaclark.com. It's probably easier to remember lifecoaching@grownups.com. And you can email me at lifecoachingforgrownups@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Thanks for being a fabulous, inspirational
Thank
guest on the
you.
podcast.
I appreciate it, Lisa. Thank you.